I'm telling you that Chili's is not that bad.
You know, I promised I wouldn't use this track.
If we would have talked 6 months ago, I would have said that Chili's and Olive Garden are completely interchangeable.
They are totally,
But Chili's, after going bankrupt and closing lots of its locations, really has gone downhill.
I really
we're
feel
on the
like
air, you realize, Cal.
We're totally live, and this is important. But I really believe that anything close to a mall is the same.
To restaurants in Chicago.
Hey, thanks for joining us here at Evanston Golf Club. I'm Matt McClure alongside Sean Albrecht and Cal Noble. We'll be bringing you a Series 3 match tonight.
Up, everybody?
For the Chicago Platform Tennis League paddle.
Just keep going.
Yeah. Tonight we've got Series 3 Evanston Golf Club against Northmoor. Sean, introduce our players.
Why, Matt? I'd love to.
Great.
We'll be meeting them at Chili's later.
No, we won't.
And Olive Garden.
Okay, so on the far side, the lefty with the white hoodie on.
Can you miss it?
In a way, are we doing the sponsors first? Because I was going to.
No, just leave it. Just leave it there.
I think introduce the players and then do
Okay, we can.
Just for screen time.
It's Jake Roche, who is the director, actually, of Northmoor. Good player, great guy. And his partner is Derek Fish in the all blue with the gray cap.
Navy.
The fisherman is in the all blue.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. And then on this side,
Evanston's team.
Almost as though it should be this way. Richie Carbon in the black top. Is that apropos or what? Oui.
And the military green.
Exactly. And his partner is Tim Junker in the white cap. So this ought to be a pretty good match here. It is kind of chilly, but not necessarily for paddle, boys. I mean, what are we at?
This
where
is
are we at?
Standard January paddle conditions.
It's kind of that way.
I don't think anybody considered forfeiting.
No. And there's not a lot. Didn't you say this? There's not a lot of wind, right?
There is not a lot of breeze at the moment. Yesterday was pretty crazy windy just in general, but tonight pretty calm conditions. Not seeing a lot of stuff move around.
Yes.
Generally positive.
No,
I think this
will
be a fun one. I think these teams typically go the distance.
Yes.
They know each other well.
It also looks like everybody's got game. In other words, maybe some tennis players, not that tennis players always have game. My point is they seem to have every shot because I was watching.
Everybody's got game and PEDs, which is really the two keys to success in my mind.
Yeah.
Ooh, early forehand shift and drive from Junker.
Anyway, so that's
another one.
There we go. That's
super.
What team is the close team?
Closest to us is Evanston Golf Club.
They were playing for Evanston. That's right.
I'm going to call them the Evanston Meos.
Ooh, good one.
Military-industrial organizations. The two main exports are carbon and junk.
From carbon.
You learn so much here on the. I was going to say telecast. You learn so much on the telecast.
Unjust wide. First point of the night.
Ever think of being a teacher,
Cal? Golf Club.
Be a fabulous teacher. I mean that sincerely, and it's not an insult either. I mean that,
Ooh, that would have been cool. No, it was a little wide. He caught it a hair late.
Carbon
off the tip.
It was nice though. Nice miss hit. I appreciate that more than anybody. That's the best thing about miss hits.
That's one of my best shots.
You can't hit the same one twice, guys. It'll always be different.
Miss hits?
It's impossible to predict.
Totally agree.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's just
Look at the touch Carbon has right there. Get it in between like that. That's not easy to do.
Years of practice.
Yeah, nice screen drive.
Sneaky.
Good hands, though. There we go again, like I said.
Great little volley.
So Jake's got, for sure. I've seen Jake play a bunch of times. And he's definitely got some game.
So this ball is going to turn into a brick pretty quickly. It's currently 21 degrees.
That was nasty.
Maybe a little.
I think it was a little long.
Maybe a little lower with the breeze, but hopefully comfortable and acceptable.
Exactly.
I'm not getting a lot of court audio. Are you?
No, we're not getting any court audio. You know why?
Probably my fault.
No, it's not. It's not your fault because
it wasn't turned down.
Ask and ye shall receive. Here we go.
Gosh, we're so back.
That's my fault.
That's all right.
Yeah,
for a second, I was like, wow, this is really pleasant. And then I realized that I wasn't hearing the sound in the court.
If we start broadcasting pickleball, maybe you'll have a different attitude. Would you? We got a fade to black there, Cal. Another one.
I think
Black to black,
I think
actually, is
there
my
are
favorite times of cut.
communities now all over the world that are like suing pickleball facilities for disturbing the peace.
Yeah.
Because of the noise.
I mean, I'm not necessarily agreeing with that, but I do
annoying.
understand.
Ooh, great
What a
serve!
dig.
What a pick!
Oh yeah.
And then he
Indiana
finds a way
Jones.
to drive out of the corner.
Indiana Carbon right there. Archaeology. That was a great dig. Unbelievable.
Excellent.
See, there you go. Look, this is a nice little wristy roller. I love it. From
Yeah.
Tim Junker. Look at
Yeah, it's
the
got-
angle
it's
on
got
that
some
thing.
bite on it.
I know. Good drive.
He's going to find ways to shift and drive all night.
For sure. I find it, I don't know about you, Coach, but I find it in this.
Groce?
Groce. I think it might be Groce. But
It could be Groce.
Groce. Could be.
Wow, so they end
We're
up
gonna
losing
go
that
for-
game up 40 love.
Surprising
Wow.
turn of events there.
We're not playing no ad tonight, are we, guys?
No.
No, we are playing regular
Like, I love
scoring.
saying we, like I'm part of the action. I'm really not.
Well, it's a collective we, Sean. Do you remember when we stormed the Death Star and defeated the Empire?
Are we playing the Rams this weekend?
We are.
Yeah, we are. The one thing
Bears versus Packers is one of my least favorite times of the year because of the communities surrounding
Oh
it.
yes, yeah.
Just because there's
I know
a
what
lot of
you're
people
talking
that
A
want
lot of, oh, no question about it. A lot of
very
angst.
strong opinions
Did we get
for
a close
not.
up of that shotgun right there? That was anyway.
You've never kicked a single field goal. What are you talking about? You're going to beat us? Who's us? And who's we in this capacity?
Exactly. It's a good serve.
Ooh, good
from
serve, little
Richie
body.
Carbon.
Jam sandwich.
Exactly. For Evanston. Is it the Mios? That's what you said, the Evanston Mios? We'll go with, let's see,
Versus
the Northmoor Anglers.
Northmoor Peacocks.
Well, angling
fishermen.
peacocks, fishermen. Well, I say
Yeah,
anglers
no,
just
that's-
because,
yeah, it's
I was trying
less
to
on
be.
the nose.
I was trying to be. Trying to
Little
be
more
sophisticated.
subversive.
Yeah.
The baiters.
All right.
The Northmoor Chum Buckets.
You know what? I used to
Ooh,
do some
sneaky. I like that little push drive back foot.
caddying at
off
Northmoor.
speed.
By the way, that was a.
Back
I know
in-
that's hard to
back
believe.
in the day.
Back in the Stone Age, man. I mean, that's a billion years ago. Man.
Well, all these clubs around here
Yeah.
have been in existence for a couple hundred years. So
I read your letter. You got to cue the Caddyshack music. Anyway, all right, 15 all,
yep.
and no ad. Look at
This will be a very slight battle of conditions, just kind of, as the ball starts to go dead at this temperature.
Yep.
And
Outlook down.
it becomes a little, it becomes a little tougher to
Not
put,
easy to do to hit it out from there in this kind of weather.
Yeah, a little tougher to put spin on it in that circumstance.
Steroids as well. Yep.
And then
These
you will
guys are
occasionally have that
smooth.
weird, like when the ball gets cold, it will kind of like slide off your paddle in some weird
Yeah.
circumstances, just because it's just a heavy.
You know what? You're right. Any kind of a miss hit, which of course
Firm,
the
yeah.
only thing I'm good at. It's kind of jarring in a way.
Yeah.
I do find it easier to volley in this weather.
Agreed. Yeah, if you can be in the right position up at the net, and you make your options are that you hit, a perfect volley, or if you miss hit it, it's a drop shot winner. As long as
Exactly.
you are willing to stand up at the net where you're supposed to.
The other thing is, because the ball is not as lively, you feel a little more confident crowding the net a bit more,
Yeah.
building the wall. Just
Yeah.
seems that way anyway.
And with there being a little bit less spin like that,
Some lefty magic.
that same shot in October has enough bite on it to.
Yeah, you're
pull
right.
down
You gotta
into
think
the
of it-
court.
That's a great point there, Coach. You got to think of it that way.
I don't have any math on it, but I would be interested to figure out if there's some kind of science behind
Right.
the RPMs.
The
that
law of
are-
diminishing returns,
Yeah.
whether it's
Yeah,
that's
as
a
the
cool
temperature
idea.
goes down, so does your ability to, the ball doesn't compress as much, so you can't create quite as much spin.
Well, if one of us was
on
a
a
territory
ball-to-ball
manager for a
basis.
rackets company, we might actually be able to get something like that done.
Well, we should get one of those.
I should say competent racket territory
Why?
manager.
What have you heard?
Everything. Speaking of
I'm liking
Bears
the
and Rams, I remembered, and of course you do remember Guy Adam, and I'm shouting out to Guy because he's been retired for a while now. But
good for him.
My favorite thing about Guy was he would always singularize plural stuff, and do the other way around. Bear play Ram.
Bear play Packer Rams.
Exactly. Exactly.
I really like the strategy that they're working here. I also would not hit balls to the deuce side with an active lefty over there who likes to, shift and drive and can pick you apart.
For sure.
It'll be interesting to see, that, right there is a good opportunity to play offense. So that's where it will pay off if you really get the chance to hit that roller, especially from that drive stopper position.
Bamboo shoots already, boys. You're right. And the other thing is, I was going to say his backhand. Coach Jake's backhand is no picnic either, man. He can rip it if he gets set for it. So I think they would switch here. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
We'll see the switch.
The switch. Nice.
I really feel like this is one of those matches, partially based on conditions, but just, it can often be true of paddle in general.
Good leave there for Derek Fish.
That the team that's able to lob better and push teams off of the net is going to come up with more points. Because when it's cold, it's so hard to hit that.
It's a great point.
Yeah.
You're right. And of course,
to hit that perfect volley, where...
See, he's just, he's hitting it too solidly, Coach. You got to hit that ball.
It was a little bit of an afterthought. I think it seemed like he maybe was going to let it go cross court and then decided, hey, it's right there. I can totally hit it. And it's the lack of decision that causes the error.
Yeah, I just got to...
Trying to hit him on the fly. Win a point the old-fashioned way.
That's a little more like my kind of style there.
We're playing dodgeball.
The only difference was mine goes into the parking lot further.
The old reset overhead to the parking lot.
Yep, absolutely.
That's tough. That's a good speed to come up with for that shot.
Came down almost a corner. Well, it must have hit the neck a little bit, but didn't look like it was right on. But right on, Buck Riders.
That's another medium adjustment. You're going to have a couple of those as
for sure.
It gets cold.
All right.
A ball that you think is going to the screen shouldn't. And all of a sudden you're like, oh, that's a questionable decision.
All right, let's get back to our sponsors. We cannot... how do I say
this? Lost for words.
We cannot, exactly. Without whom
we
will not be here.
These sponsors enough.
Exactly. Wintrust Community Banks, Illinois Bone and Joint Institute, and Viking Athletics.
Yeah. In fact, there's three sponsors and three of us here at CSM Media, so each one of us is required to get a tattoo contractually.
I just like the Viking hat. That's the only reason why I did it in the first place. Yeah. Probably.
No idea it was a paddle company.
Probably should have put it on my heel. Can't really see it very often. Open-heeled shoes and my clogs. I can wear my clogs. That's about it. Anyway, if you've just joined us,
Illinois Bone and Joint tattooed on every ligament that they go in and repair. So,
and they is there a freshness date on that thing?
At this point, then they update it. Hey, this knee is expired. I just thought you should know. This is a couple years past its can-serve date.
I've had rancid knees in my refrigerator for years.
Years.
That's actually that was a great lob, because anytime you can get both players to kind of have to look at it, it's very nice.
That height on that lob that's getting above the lights, even though it's not real deep in the court, it's just so difficult to attack.
Yeah.
For that reason, right? As you just saw there, unfortunately, Carbon missed that one. It wasn't a deep lob. It was just a high lob, and then the timing becomes a little bit more difficult.
Just having been on the court enough to feel this, where you kind of anticipate what the shot might have been. I almost feel like Rich was going to hit a cutter there, but he just kind of changed his mind.
Yeah, that height will do that to you.
Look at that. Nice lob. Lobsk. That's a Russian, Chechnyan lob.
Communication, good volley, keep the hands up. See, that's the spot that's difficult to volley from tonight. If you're hitting volleys from one step inside the service line, you are in trouble, because you better hit it perfect.
He's getting fancy.
Carbon wanting to go with a little bit more action on that one. I respect the desire. I mean, he was there and set up. It just might require a little bit earlier prep, a little more body, a little more shoulders.
Maybe he might have been a little deep in the court for that angle also, if he doesn't mind my saying.
Sometimes I do think that one of the tricks to paddle is to recognize, like, because it's a small court, you can have these moments where you feel like physically you're set up, right? And you can take a step and sort of be balanced.
Great
but
hands.
Just having your balance doesn't necessarily mean you should hit something offensive. Good
Jake.
Shift and blitz there.
And the break from Northmoor. All right.
The breakage.
3-1. And if you just joined us, we are at the lovely Evanston Golf Club in Evanston, Illinois. Are we in Skokie? No.
Yes.
Okay, I was going to say, we're in Skokie. I was going to say Evanston Golf Club in Evanston.
We're in Evanston Golf Club in Skokie, obviously, Sean.
Sorry.
You fool.
You dunderhead.
You feel. And we're watching...
How dare you not know the names of these places?
Is it Series 3?
Series 3, yeah.
Jeez, these guys are, I'm telling you, every year, I keep saying that, but every year it gets better.
Yeah, the depth
guys, what a dig. There we go.
And good flick there.
Series 3 league match between Northmoor and Evanston Golf Club. On the far side, one more time, the lefty in the white hoodie, that's Jake Croce from Northmoor, actually the director there, and then his partner at the net, Derek Fish, and he is serving, Jake is right now, to Rich Carbon, and his partner right there hitting the backhand lob.
Deuce side.
Just missed it. Is Tim Junker. So here we go again, 40-15. So ever since the first game, Northmoor's had a nice rhythm going.
Yeah, they've kind of found their groove. A couple,
in there, nice touch.
A couple more errors from Evanston early in some games.
Nice.
Not necessarily in bad decisions, just a couple of offensive opportunities that maybe didn't go their way.
Exactly.
And I do think it can be really difficult to play a righty-lefty combo where if you don't hit the perfect reset, the ball might get smoked.
For sure.
Which I do think is adding some pressure right now. I think a couple of the errors that Evanston have had has partially been because they're playing a defensive shot, but they feel the pressure to do more with it because dumping it down the middle is going to hurt you.
Yeah, unless it's deep. But even if it is, wouldn't be a bad idea just as a change of pace because you kind of have to move, especially if you're going to concentrate on the ad side, just as a pattern.
Yeah, I do.
That was a good shot.
That's a good roller there. I do start to think at this level where, like, if you hit the same overhead 4 times in a row, even if it's a particularly good one that's landing deep, I think good players are going to figure out how to drive it and hurt you.
Yep.
And so that's part of it is that, like, there's not a ton of safety.
No.
And I've noticed that,
Shot.
I've noticed that for the past several years, that everybody kind of has, like, the ability to.
TJ. I agree totally, Coach. The other thing
Great
is
serve.
Wow.
I like the thought there, though.
I love how it looked like he was going to one-time it.
It came out far enough.
Yeah, and then he just kind of pulled his paddle back real quick and just couldn't get back to it maybe in time. That's not easy to do, by the way. Yeah, Tim Junker's got like it's very deceptive topspin on that forehand side. That thing drops.
Yeah, there's some snap on that one.
For sure.
All right, so 1-4, early opportunity for Evanston to make a tactical correction. I'm trying to keep it super positive. How does that sound?
I love it.
An opportunity.
For 2026, that's one of my, definitely my New Year's resolutions is trying to keep it positive.
They're really only called errors if you don't learn anything.
By that definition, I've learned. I was watching
Dane Schmigel go for a one-handed snap roller out of the screen. Desperation. I love it.
That was impressive.
That's impressive because he has a fantastic two-hander, and for some reason,
he just felt like hitting
I'm going to hit this as a one-hander.
That was pretty good. That's better form than I've got a one-hander in that. I don't even hit the ball that well. That was impressive. Not that mine is a basis for comparison because obviously it's not. Nice pick from Tim Junker.
Mine is a dry wit. Smart.
Nice.
That's a great lob. Oh. No, it just drifted wide. Depth. That's a good eye there by Junker. you kind of have the urge to be like, we're really deep in the court, maybe we should play it, but drifted wide. Good read. This is one of those opportunities where slowing everything down and picking like a very stable target is typically a benefit.
Yep.
It doesn't feel good, but if you can just be like, you know what, let's hit the ball 2 miles an hour right to the center for 40 shots in a row.
Exactly.
Just to see what, how they're going to react.
It's funny you say that.
It's sort of like you got to prove you can do it.
Exactly. I was just going to say that. It's funny you say that. Sometimes let's do that because we really haven't hit one yet. Mm-hmm. We don't have a feel for it right now.
Yes.
We're trying all sorts of other stuff, but let's get back to some fundamentals. It's really not going to hurt us trying to get that down.
Yeah. I would always coach people that every couple of games you got to play an investment point. And one of the early ones is like, let's play a point where we make no errors. And if they rip a ball through somebody's chest to win the point, then that's fine. But we're not going to miss the overhead. Like, we're just going to hit everything 2 miles an hour to the middle and see what happens.
And I'm going to say that you always had that philosophy even before you started working for an investment firm.
Yeah.
Just use the word
it's
investment.
Just ingrained in me. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
I like it. This is why you're my guy. If you don't mind my saying it that way.
I'm just not satisfied unless we get 23.5%.
We're still talking about investments right now.
And we have 1.5% to go.
It's unacceptable.
Yeah.
Well, a good early read there out of that backside screen for that drive. Really smart shot.
It was. Look at the sky.
From Fish.
Sky. There it is again. It's high backhand. That's actually a little more advanced shot. Usually we just tell you to haul off and lob that one, but a little chip drive off that. Well, look at the two-hander.
Sneaky.
He got it.
He made it work. Oh, that was a tough one. That off speed because the volley the volley came off in kind of a weird position
and just
dribbled over.
Expired in the middle of the court there, and it just ceased to exist right there. That thing just died.
Mm-hmm.
Sky hooking. It was good cover there from Carbon while Tim went back for that one because it's not necessarily cartwheeling is not necessarily
there you go.
Suggested all the time, but if you know that your partner's kind of in a weird spot, covering for him, great idea. So you just watch the movement out here. Those of you who haven't maybe even played a lot of platform or you're just watching or whatever, just positioning.
Get there. Nice. That's a tough one. That's,
nice.
A little bit more arc on a couple of these overheads would, I think, benefit. They're starting to Evanston's starting to scramble around a little bit in the backcourt because they're putting a little bit of extra pace on a lot of the overheads.
Right.
It paid off there with an eventual side screen roller. But you also have to keep in mind that a lot of times you hit yourself into trouble, right? If you're not quite balanced and then you hit an overhead with a little more pace because you're trying to get yourself, back in the point, it can have the opposite effect. Then the next ball shows up sooner, then you're not ready again. Then you hit 3 backflip overheads, and you tear your ACL. That's the typical pattern.
And just like that, season's over.
Just speaking from experience.
It's like a gymnastics meet.
All right, 24.
Jack Bauer.
Held on to that game.
Still a ball game here, boys. I mean, 42
Somebody call
is...
Kiefer Sutherland.
He called it.
Yeah, that was
what
nice
a sportsman.
I know
plenty of guys I play with call that 2 feet out. Especially on the tennis court. That way you can't.
Sometimes I call stuff on the baseline out because I just don't want to be out there anymore.
Play.
Not to win, just like for pace of play. Like, well, this point's not really going to make a difference in the grand scheme of things. Let's just move on.
Exactly.
Oh, good dig.
I like to concede in the middle of a rally.
Just catch it and be like, well, that's enough.
Nice job, guys.
You guys have hit 50 shots, and that's more than I'm willing to tolerate.
I'm not real popular with my teammates, but...
It depends on the situation. I would love it. You're right. It is cold.
Just for that, I'm going to do that next time. That's kind of that's going to fall into the category of like the pocket bagel, sir. I'm going to do that one day. Just out of the blue, I'm just going to catch the first rally of a match. Somebody's going to serve to me, and I'm just going to catch it. Go, nice serve.
Too good.
What did you just do?
I like that shift and drive right there.
That was a great.
By Fish. It was maybe caught it a little bit late, but the move itself was definitely on the right track.
Yeah.
This is a good little flick and dig right here.
Look at this guy.
What a ninja.
What I mean by skills. These guys.
Good pick.
Real good.
Uh-oh. Oh, look at the shift to cover. He's like, I didn't hit a great volley, so
we had
I'm
to
just
switch anyway.
Take my medicine and make sure I get there.
Multitask and switch at the same time.
It's good early read.
That's called good planning.
Yeah, you have so many options as well with the righty-lefty combo where if you can get yourself into the right positions, like you really...
For sure.
You know, you can do more with the ball than the average righty-righty team.
By the way, for those of you who are watching at home, we're at Evanston Golf Club watching Northmoor Country Club play Evanston Golf Club. On the near side, it's Jake Groce and Derek Fish. And on the far side, it's Rich Carbon and Tim Junker. And for those who watched, that was not
very
stylish.
What you expected out of that shot.
Perfect example of where you don't have to rip a drive all the time.
Yep, placement.
Make it effective.
You know, sometimes it's even more effective because you do less with it. Short backswing.
Yep.
You know, somebody doesn't see it coming. All of a sudden, it's dribbling over the net
they've
before.
earned, it looks like, a couple of break points here.
Yeah.
Possibly get back on serve. No way. What a shot. Look at Jake. Coach Jake.
Ooh,
wow.
That would have been cool. Felt obligated to try to counterpunch, but 3-4.
You bet.
A great correction here from Evanston Golf Club. Going a little bit higher percentage. Doing a little bit less with their overheads.
Feeling it.
And waiting for the right shots to drive from the backcourt, not just pulling the trigger on random shots.
Exactly.
I like it. If you've never seen this before, this is a sport called platform tennis. It is an outdoor winter racket sport in which you heat the base of the court so that the snow and ice melts off and you can play in the winter.
Right, not necessarily to make it warmer for yourselves, by the way.
No. They're not heaters. They are just melting the snow and ice off the court.
You bet.
And for any of those out there that need to spread the word at this point in the season, do not give your staff or pros flack about the heaters not working if it is 10 degrees outside, okay? The rules of thermodynamics do not allow for enough BTUs to be pumped out in order to melt stuff off the court.
Off the court at 10 degrees. Yeah. Well,
if there was enough heat coming off the court to melt the snow and ice when it was single digits, it would also melt the paint off of the deck. So just keep that in mind.
Wow, I admire you.
Be nice to your staff. They didn't put the snow there.
I really admire you.
All right.
Mr. Poon. Well, you know what? It gives everybody a nice little break there, you know. Of course, you didn't have to even travel that far.
Deep breaths.
Yeah. I like to do like a 30-second one where you just rip it out of the court for, you know, I don't do it on purpose necessarily. At least I don't make it look that way.
I try to park at a medium spot near the hut and then see if I can hit my own vehicle. That's what I typically go for.
And then make fun of it. Ooh, somebody's going to have to get an insurance claim.
Hey, look at that.
Isn't that your car? Oh, yeah. That's right. Sure is. Appreciate you pointing that out. So Tim Junker's serve motion, I always loved serve motion. It's very fluid.
Yep.
And
compact.
Efficient.
So,
no, quite okay.
Look at that little.
I tell you what, these guys have some serious.
And with Tim on that one, I did not really expect that to clear the net. It was like kind of it was a really short swipe at that ball.
But he's got a beautiful tempo,
arc.
And that with very little effort can get in there kind of heavy and with a fair amount of pace.
Yeah, I do think that one of the
makes me sick.
I do think that one of the mistakes that you can make, especially as the rhythm of a match picks up, is you can kind of hurt yourself by overplaying the serve. Because you can, don't get me wrong, it's great to be able to put spin on the ball and do stuff, but sometimes you get a big leg drive and then you're a little off balance.
Yeah.
And the ball, is moving a bunch, and if you just kind of keep it efficient, the goal is to make the volley, right?
It's true.
Like, we're not hitting aces in this sport. This brand new sport called platform tennis, by the way, if you're just joining us for the first time.
But catches on.
Yeah, I think it's going to pick up, particularly in winter weather markets. But yeah, that is one of those where, like, I know I was guilty of that. When I would try to ramp up my serve, I would be like, okay, so I'm not getting it past that person, and I'm off balance for my first two steps. You have to really get a lot out of it
that's a really good
add
point.
value. It's why I just never did a ton with my serve, because there was just such a point of diminishing returns and the energy and the, if you can hit a big kick serve, don't get me wrong, you should do it, but.
Well, I do it because I'm stupid. Like, I don't know any better, and I'll rip the serve. And the thing is,
5-3.
You know what I notice is my first volley doesn't get any better even if I'm balanced. I hate to say that, but it really doesn't. It's good hands right there. But it really doesn't. It's going in.
Oh. Thought about it maybe a little bit too long, like kind of wanted the opportunity. But
you can hit an open stance forehand. That's one of them. It's just not easy to bring it down because sometimes it flies on you.
It almost has to be that situation where somebody has read that you're going to drive the ball and then they step forward. And if you just like kind of hit a laser, it can cause some problems. But
they'll buy it, yes. On top of that, even if it's going a little long. That was a nice serve. Yeah.
Nice lob. Yeah. Yeah, see, this one I'm liking this, like, nice patient point construction.
Yep.
And I really like it that Evanston is looking to drive as Northmoor switches. Like, a lot of times they've kind of hit that off-speed half, like, okay, well, at least people are shifting around the court.
Yep.
So
almost forcing
it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to, kind of get on somebody's paddle before they expect it.
A beauty. Sit, no. Is it?
A little deep.
Just a little long.
I respect going for a little extra height in order to kind of change the rhythm up.
Right.
Sometimes it's hard, right?
This is a set point.
You only really have to pick one, right? You do not have to. If you're going to hit the ball with some extra height and arc, you don't have to add depth to it. It's already doing its job.
Do your job.
A little late on that one, and we will call that first set to Northmoor Country Club. We will be back with the second set of paddle in this Series 3 match right after these messages from our sponsors.
Not your bank's top priority? Here at Wintrust, we take a different approach to banking. No hidden fees or runarounds, but a true banking partner focused on your unique financial goals. Whether you're opening your first account, found your dream home, planning for the future, or starting a business, we have the financial solutions to get you there. Stop settling and start experiencing a better way to bank. Wintrust. Different approach, better results.
Illinois Bone and Joint Institute is the best choice for orthopedic care. Our walk-in ortho access clinics provide treatment by orthopedic specialists without a trip to the ER. With evening and weekend hours, we provide your family with excellent care when it matters most. Visit ibji.com to find an Ortho Access immediate care clinic near you.
And we're back. Welcome
Gosh, we're so back
to the second set here in Chicago Platform Tennis World Series 3.
Sean, as the music folk would say, it's just like the seats for Cadillac. All the way back.
I like it. I'm a fan of these beats.
Well, this one's not. This is you might say Hidden Sensei, but it's really Mouth Shot Productions. This is Eric Taylor.
It's all good. All right, so we got a new ball.
The extraterrestrial.
We got a new warm ball, so we'll see how that changes the dynamic of the first couple of games here.
I am in ET. Eternal turmoil.
Sneaky.
Anarchist. All right.
Well, they won the first set of the point, which 98% of the time means you win the set.
there's always we have customary commentary, which is kind
a
of
little wide.
which is a kind of an alliteration in a way. But basically, I always ask this question after the first set.
Go
Coach,
for it.
What would you suggest, Rich Carbon? Rich Carbon. That almost sounds like me, actually. It's close. Rich Carbon and Tim Junker to do as the Evanston team to maybe climb back into this match. Although they actually did, so they had a few adjustments, starting to get a little more patient during the end of that first set, Coach. I thought they did a pretty good job of that. They just
Yeah,
question about it, Coach.
I agree. I think that if you are not in a situation where it's, what were we at, 4-1 at one point, I do think that there were some good corrections there. I think they found a nice rhythm. This is a hard one because you did get some momentum back, but I just don't know how much offense you want to play here. Like, I guess the first game you can see how it feels and test it out a little bit, but the only thing that we haven't done is go into no error mode to try to regain momentum. And so,
which wouldn't be a bad idea right now, starting out, which it looks like there's kind of a solid beginning to this game.
I think with the first, again, if the first game is kind of going your way and it's a new warm ball and that's where you had success in the first set, I guess I would still probably be.
And that is the first game right there.
Yeah, so I guess I'd still probably try to play a significant amount of offense, especially knowing that the ball is warm and it's giving you this opportunity to do a little more with it and add a little more pressure. But beyond that, it really, momentum control happens because of error management, right? So if stuff starts sliding out of your control, it's almost impossible in the world of platform tennis to say, oh, I'm just going to play bigger and crawl out of, that's usually not where momentum shifts happen.
Not at all. And I think those are words to live by, for crying out loud. I think
nice shot. Great view there.
Start swinging a little bigger. I know it didn't work for me.
Well, not yet.
Not until I got married. And then she just likes to, pretend I know what I'm doing. Anyway, so what a shot.
Sweet drive there.
He's there. Yeah.
Set.
There's a. Okay. That was the cutter that I was talking about. That I knew Rich had one, and I think he was just kind of, waiting for an opportunity.
The one that makes that so difficult is that it hasn't been pulled out yet.
No.
And so now we're
much to the point you made before.
In the second set, and we haven't had the opportunity to hit any, and so then this one random ball in the middle of a point is like, oh, well.
Not going to work. Yep.
Yeah.
It's a nice serve.
Yeah, sometimes that lefty spin
magic
will get you.
That's not easy to do, considering the ball technically would be kicking to his right a little bit, and it actually died out to the left, which was impressive.
He's putting enough action on it where they're having to let it go to the screen. Oftentimes, that can be the other tough part about dealing with a lefty serve. Is if you block it off the deck, it'll spin the opposite direction from what you have to really stay focused mentally in order. To play that shot. Great dig.
Super dig. Another shot, and not just because J-Lo, shout out to Jason Love, is not here tonight, being one of our regular commentary. I know. I'd rather have him here than me. But anyway, the point is, it's
cut on that ball, a little slide underneath the paddle.
An occasional drop shot wouldn't be a bad idea. A little drop volley, even if it wasn't going to win the point, just to maybe upset the balance over there.
Yeah, it is interesting. You do have some of these matches where it's sort of it doesn't come up. And because nobody nobody initiated, the sequence that okay, we're just going to play a whole match with no drop shots. But that might have even been instead of a cutter, maybe that's more of an opportunity to be look how low this ball is, and then hit a little drop shot with angle on the side screen.
It's a lot easier. It's a higher percentage shot to play. Cutter's a little tougher.
Yeah, especially if you can be right on top of the net. That really becomes in order to play it well, you have to read the shot.
Yeah. If any of us, and we're just dropping names here, but if you've ever watched Graham McNerney play.
Who?
Exactly. The new guy.
Never heard of him.
But Graham, he and Adam are defending national champions.
National champions, you say?
I don't remember that.
26.
National champions at what?
At this new
Logarithms?
Omega Ball. But I still can't believe I watched that. I watched an hour of that.
National champions
No
at
offense to
Spike
anybody,
Ball.
Omega Ball players, by the way. It was awesome. But if there's one guy who's great at
It's a nice
just a kind of a dish, little drop volley off of a
sneaky.
slower return or response, it's Graham. You'll see it, especially inside out on the forehand side. Yeah, for sure, it's great.
One of the things Fish is doing really well in this match is he is passing on some drive opportunities to hit a setup lob. And then when he does drive, it's causing a lot more scramble.
For sure. No, matter of fact, it's funny because
he's not just swinging at whatever.
No.
The patience out of that corner is really paying off because he has had several chances to drive, and he's even set up like he might drive it and then goes with an additional
lob.
lob.
Some nice depth on the ball, too. Anytime you can get the net player to take a few steps back, especially in this kind of weather, you're doing your job. There you go.
This is smart paddle right here from Northmoor. See that? And then just like when he does decide to hit the drive, it's like well above the net. There's not really risk there.
Great lob right there.
It's difficult to attack for the other team because they've got a lot of time to.
Like that little poke drive.
Yeah.
Just as a little change of pace there. That was stylish.
Yeah. I do think that if there was one.
Okay, give it to Carbon and Junker. They are getting
they fought
much
that one
steadier.
back.
And staying much steadier, I should say. Maybe taking a few less chances, but you got to give them credit, man. They're on top of things now.
Yeah,
so this might be more competitive.
I was to say if there's one like takeaway in terms of still playing offense while increasing percentages, it's to make decisions about drives based on height.
Yeah.
So like if you're getting to that ball and it is still like clearly above the level of the net, then like
you can give it a ride.
Yeah, or even just like roll it into the court, right? But we see a lot of errors from situations where somebody goes like they're right at net level and they're hitting the ball low and maybe they're not fully set up and like the muscle memory of your the tennis player sneaky. The muscle memory of the tennis player in you goes like, oh, I can just spin it in there.
Exactly.
And it's like it's where those errors come from.
Unfortunately, this court isn't big enough really to be able to pull that off on a regular basis.
I'll just drive this one. Why? Because I felt like it. It's not because it was above the net. And it's not because somebody was out of position.
That's right. So
it was just because. It's just because it was hip high, and I decided, that's what feels good.
Well, I think it's happened twice. Every single time the game has been 40-love, it has gone to deuce.
So let's see if this happens again.
Continues.
We're clearly about to go to deuce. So.
What do you got? Prop bets going, Cal?
No.
With Fat Jacks? Oh, that's right. You can't use Fat Jacks. I'm the only one who can. That's right.
Ooh, nice lob there. Like that shot. Getting out of trouble.
That's it.
Made it work.
Sometimes when you one-time shots like that, and that's, I got to tell you, he got closer than I would have gotten on that one. There's no way.
Several solid points on that shot in particular, right? The roller from the deuce player at the net, especially because it's going directly at the body of Jake Groshi.
Body blows.
Yeah, that's the one where you can, it does give you a unique opportunity, right? Because it's going kind of at his right hip, which would be somebody's forehand if they were a righty, but it jams them up a little bit as a lefty.
Yep.
They've gotten a few free points.
Speaking of free, here's some free information. We're at Evanston Golf Club in lovely Skokie, Illinois, watching a CPTC League Series 3 match between Northmoor on the near side here. Derek Fish about to serve for Northmoor and his partner, Jake Croach. And he is serving to Tim Junker and his partner, Rich Carbon, from Evanston Golf Club.
Cal will be staying after this match to sign autographs.
Well, he also has detention.
Yeah, so it's really sort of double duty. I'm unavailable.
That an adaptive PE, I think you've got to do.
So
don't be late.
Nice.
You know how Coach Davis is.
Good dig.
But anyway, so Evanston lost first set 6-3, and they seem to be
They have found
getting
a little bit
of
more
life.
rhythm
Yep.
here in these first two games than they did in the first set, for sure.
That was a nice pattern, by the way.
Their positioning is a little bit better. They've kind of locked in their targets.
Yep.
When they're attacking the deuce side, they're doing it without like scrambling all over the court. They've kind of found the roller that has worked in order to transition them to the deuce side. Great lob.
That would have been fancy, though.
Yeah, that's a tough
Sometimes
one to go
lefty
after,
magic,
you know, because it came out far enough to feel like you should drive it, but then, I don't know, it's tough when the ball's already moving that direction
Trying
and
to
you're
loop it down in front of the
fading away.
Oh,
Oh, the
good-looking
let
serve.
cord
Did that
clipper
stay in?
serve.
I think it did, yeah.
It did
That was
stay
good.
in, and it's almost cheating.
We're not condoning that, by the way.
I am.
I am unashamed. What a shot. That's a super
pick.
lob. Uh-oh, a little miscommunication there. That happens. We've all been there. We all know what it's like. Just imagine what my wife puts up with. You know?
Good spot.
Talk about miscommunication.
Set.
You did what? You know, I noticed, and I'm gonna mention it. I don't mind.
That's tough.
Deuce.
Little
We've
jam.
been married long enough. What you
Gotta
gonna
take
do?
this step.
So there's a section in our house where I have a little office area, and there's a little archway there, and you know apparently we needed an update decoration wise, guys.
In your office?
No, just in the house
Oh,
in
okay.
general. Of course,
That's a great drive.
I didn't
That's
notice
tough to-
that. Just so you noticed, you know.
You didn't notice that you
that we
needed a
needed
decoration
no,
update?
not at all. Until I came back from out of town, and then I realized we got one.
I just want to be clear that you're talking about like a remodel that involves paint and
Yes,
not like
yes, exactly.
we still had the Halloween stuff out.
Exactly.
Okay, gotcha.
No,
Not that kind of decoration.
but there was this wall hanging in this archway that goes into my office, right? And it was kind of, I'm not saying it was masculine, but it was like a scene from maybe Italy within just a little, in this little square, you know, and it was kind of a modern looking thing. It's been replaced by, like, it looks like, it's not needlepoint, but it's like a flowery needlepoint,
Is it
guys.
crochet?
Like, yeah, rug hooking. I don't know what it is, but the point I'm trying to make is I just don't feel as,
smart.
I don't feel as much, I don't feel as masculine anymore.
You don't enjoy it as much?
I walked back and I realized,
That's a great waterfall
just
right
not-
there.
it was
and he
beautiful.
dug it out.
dig it, no diggity. That was beautiful. Got tears in my eyes over here for a million different reasons, not just the wall hangings. What a pickup.
Yep.
Okay, that's not easy to do.
Oh,
Okay,
I like
so
that
you got to
thought.
give, that was a great rally,
Yeah.
first of all.
Yeah,
you
a
gotta
couple
give
of good
Croce credit,
gets
man.
there. Smart.
Coach Jake picking it up like that, that's not easy to do, and keeping it deep.
Yeah.
Because usually that doesn't work out.
You know what I enjoy is the conversation where there's not really a spot in my house that is mine except for the basement, corner that I have. And then occasionally my wife will be like, I don't really like the way the basement is set up. And I was like, let me back up for a second. Do you even like the basement? And she was like, well, no, I guess I'm not really a basement person. And I was like, all right, then let's move on.
Let's leave it alone.
You don't really like the way the basement is set up, and also you hate going in the basement.
I'm so glad to hear somebody else say that, because we were going to paint the basement twice during our marriage, and I'm going, why?
Well, yeah, what's the point?
You're never down there. I'm the only one that goes down there, and then kids go down there and just beat it up.
Yeah, it's okay. It's the way it goes.
Why would you?
That's a
paint it?
really good volley to come up with on the stretch
Oh.
there.
Did he
was
run into
trying. No, he was trying to let it drop.
I
He
see.
felt like it was going to be wide,
And he just
based on where he was
okay.
standing. And then as he tried to pull out of the way, it touched his paddle. That is just bad luck right there.
Well, it's bad luck for
bad
him. That's
news
just
bears.
poor athleticism for me. I've done that many times.
Ooh, coming across to hit some big drives. Yep, smart. Keep going.
Good anticipation there from Fish, by the way. I couldn't tell where that was going. Tim Junker's got some nice guys on that forehand drive. Look at that.
Nice.
All right,
You
this
know
has
what
turned
else
into
has
a
been
battle.
kind of a part of the dynamic of this particular match is there's also not a lot of offensive shots and then closing.
No.
Right? Like, we're not seeing like, oh, I hit a drive and then that created a slightly shorter ball and I'm going to close in, or somebody's going to blitz, or that almost dropped.
I don't see any blitzing going on, actually.
Yeah, so that's one that can, it does sometimes happen in the cold, right? Where you feel like because the ball is, coming out low and it's not bouncing up particularly high, that maybe it's difficult to find that rhythm, but
oh, absolutely.
I'm a big fan of that. Occasionally I feel like you have to tell your partner, like, hey, I'm going to drive this hard down the middle and I want you to follow it.
Yep.
Like that's probably a makeable sequence right there.
For sure. As a matter of fact, you play long enough with somebody, sometimes instinctively, your partner will notice.
Here you go.
That you're going to drive the ball.
That was the one. I feel the frustration there, right there. With Carbon, because
22.
He's like, I got the short opportunity. It's just got to be another in a sequence of shots.
Yes.
It feels bigger than it is. You just got to hit it and close, and then hit it again and close.
They are. Look at that. That's in there.
Why try to win in one swing what you could win in 8 swings?
What a forehand.
That was a little wide.
Just kind of snapped that down with his wrist a little bit. That was impressive.
Yep.
Skills.
Good hands.
All right, spin doctor. We like it. Me likey.
Great serve.
Okay, now that's the kick serve you're talking about, because that's finding the neck.
If you can hit it on like one board within the sideline and then get it to like spin off, the second panel.
Right on Buck Rogers.
Now you're really putting people in trouble. But if that's not what you're coming up with, then maybe you might as well just place it and get to the net to volley.
That's another touch.
Caught the line.
Lob. Get over.
What a great redrive there. That was good. He fully committed.
Yeah.
He took it. Carbon played that from way above the level of the net, right? He lets this bounce and he plays it from like up by his shoulder. And so then when you kind of flick it across the court, it's dropping.
By the way, this is not a criticism of Derek Fish, because I think he's playing a great match. But sometimes you can, if you're leading the charge, getting to the net, you probably could build a wall a little bit quicker than that, get in there earlier. Because if you stop somewhere near the service line, if you're expecting the lob, that's one thing. But you can almost tell the way your opponent's angling the racket, whether they're going to try a screen drive or not. And sometimes you're better off just anticipating the drive, figuring your partner can handle the lob if they end up lobbing the ball.
Yeah, that's a good point. That is not a criticism.
I love the one-hander. Look at that.
But if I was going to make a criticism, it would be that sometimes if you wear matching colors on the top and bottom with warm-ups, you look like you might have escaped an asylum. It works with the Navy, but if it was all gray, we'd be like, hey.
I think they worked in the kitchen. I think the blue.
He'd be like, I'm here to play paddle, and we'd be like, before the monsters do, right?
I don't know. I don't know for sure if it's blue at that penitentiary in the kitchen, but because it was yellow in mine, and when I did time.
It helps to have a logo on the front like he does. If it was blank, if it was just random champion gear, you'd be like.
All right, once again, we are at Evanston, lovely Evanston Golf Club in
beautiful,
Skokie,
historic Skokie, Illinois.
Historic, landmark laden.
Is the S silent? I'm sorry. Did I screw that up?
Koki?
Okie, Illinois?
No,
all
I don't
S's
think
are
so.
silent.
I don't think so. And again, we are brought to you by Wintrust Community Banks, Illinois Bone and Joint,
and Viking
Athletics. Thank you to all three of our fabulous sponsors.
Get there. Nice.
You're good.
Nice.
You're good.
All day.
That was
cool.
Stylish. Yeah.
Keep going.
So that's what I mean by skills, man. That's not easy to do. I mean, I need a spotter if I'm doing that.
That's one that's tough to let go to the screen. That one had enough spin on it and was dying as it hit.
I get so much weight around the midsection, I'm going to fall over if I turn too far one way or the other. Okay, that might have been Timmy's. I don't want to call him Timmy, but that might have been TJ's ball right there. I'm not saying that Rich doesn't have range over there to get there, but sometimes
that's one where like you kind of commit to it before the ball shows up, and then
it's a good point.
All of a sudden it stays lower than you expect.
Yeah.
The other one that I think is a battle when you start to play at this temperature is you have these moments where you sort of have a built-in reflex to let some balls
Sure.
go to the screen, and then when the temperature drops, you can't.
No, you
like there's a
time.
bunch of shots that you kind of have to block
Yep.
before letting it go to the screen, and that can be a tough adjustment.
Yeah, it's funny you
It's
say
one of
that.
those, like-
I always thought for certain tennis players or even racket sports
A
people that
lobbing clinic over
play
here.
and are not used to letting the ball go to the screen on a
Junker.
regular basis, I always found it easier to place them in a match when it is this cold because you're going to be
Yes.
hitting a lot more. I mean, they don't get as much practice.
No, I
letting the ball go to the
totally
screen.
agree that like the person who just came off the tennis court for
Yep.
their first season to play paddle,
Yep.
if they can gut it out when it's like 20 degrees, they'll be very comfortable
Yes, exactly.
because you don't let very many balls go to the screen anyway when you get real cold.
No, and they're just not used to it. They're used to one time and everything, so it kind of works out. On the other hand, as I said before, to be devil's advocate about it, they don't get the practice, and I'm always about, hey, man, I don't care. I mean, this is an instructor's perspective, but I'll tell my partner, hey, man, if you want to take a few, just let them go to the screen on a certain day. I want you to do that even if we lose a few points because you need to get used to doing it.
Yeah, you're 100% right. You have to, if you really want to play paddle successfully, you have to play a couple of matches where you let too many balls go to the screen.
Yep.
And that is a difficult thing for people to do, right? But
without question,
in order to really improve, you sort of have to have those one or two matches where you'd be like, why'd you lose? And it's like, I just let too many balls go to the screen. Like, okay. Because for the first part of your career, it is the opposite.
Exactly.
Why'd you lose? I didn't let anything go to the screen.
Yeah.
Got it.
Especially somebody serving pretty big and or effectively. Caught him all the way back. That was a great shot from Junker there. You bet.
Fisher,
All
Northman.
right. Let's see if Richie Carbon can get.
That would have been cool.
He hasn't
Going
missed
for
that.
the
He's
flick.
not missed that screen drive, the one-hander with a little underspin on it. He has not missed that in a while. So, look at that. Took a weird bounce. That was interesting. Nice. Courts are beautiful here at lovely Evanston Golf Club. We're going to be back here, I believe, in the kind of spring area of the month. When
We're going to be doing.
Is that Illinois Mixed?
We're going to be doing mixed nationals
here.
So one day is going to be here, and then one day is going to be at Birchwood.
Really?
Yeah, because they are both they're co-hosting the event. There's a lot of teams coming in for it.
Excellent.
And so with the spread of courts that they have available, they're doing like a north site and a south site.
Oh, what a shot!
It should be fun.
It'll be awesome. Yeah, these events we're talking about, mixed nationals, Illinois Married Mixed, they have gotten bigger and bigger and more popular every year. It's amazing. In this area of the country, seriously, what a great screen drive that was from Rich Carbon.
Nice volleys too. Playing some
But it really
solid
has.
D.
It's just the sport. Platform tennis has just
I like the
grown
blitz,
immensely here in the Chicago area, more than any other place in the country, for sure.
Faux show.
He almost kind of was too careful with that one. I like when he smacks it a little bit. I think he almost better. You know what I mean?
Nice. Yep.
I mean, you don't call that a wipe, Cal? That's not?
Oh,
okay,
and he catches an ace. Great serve. I do think that there is some strategic value to playing that, like, if you're on your back foot and you can hit a roller and you just decide you're going to add a bunch of pace.
Yeah.
Like, you can also bail out, since you're so far back there and see what they do.
Yep.
I'm going to make a bold prediction.
Okay.
Whoever wins this game is winning the match.
Okay.
Wow.
a cool one.
You are prop betting, aren't you? You just didn't
I
want
don't
to be
think that's
subtle
what prop
about it.
betting
No, I'm just
Nice.
saying,
Great read to cut across and cut off that
You're allowed.
volley.
You're okay.
All right, well, that's game.
I like the.
So
I'm not saying
you
I like the
think
frustration
that this
from,
match is going
from
to Northmoor.
TJ there, but you know what?
Yes,
They want this. You can tell there's some
It's not
desire
quite
there.
as an
I
impressive
like
a
it.
guess once it's the team that's up a set.
Well,
but
this is the always critical seventh game, so let's see
anything
what
can happen.
happens.
Nice serve.
I think he said the serve was out.
What
Was it?
No.
No, I think.
No, I
he
just
called-
heard the word out, but
I
yeah,
think
he was
Rich,
giving a heads
I think
up.
Rich
Yeah.
Carbon just called it out just to make sure he wouldn't hit it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I could turn up the on-court mic,
No,
but
that's
we
okay.
might hear all of the expletives from the other courts, which may not be. Oh,
That one was out.
We don't want to get sued
Make
by
it
the
more
FCC or fined.
again.
Not again.
All right, 15 all. 3 all. Once again,
Great
nice
serve.
kick there.
Great serve.
He hurt himself? Is he all right? Looked like it. No,
It's
he's okay.
more of a disappointment lean.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, I know that one well. Yeah, that's actually my wife she's got that lean there. She's disappointed about pretty much everything I do. A shot.
Oh, jeez, great volley.
Hands from Rich Carvin.
And the defense.
Look at this
smart,
guy.
Keep going.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, give it up. Nice. What a great point.
Oh.
Smart from both sides, keeping it
Get
under
over.
pressure, going transition. Oh, and then that one
Might have
comes
been a
out
seamer.
a little farther than
I
expected.
couldn't really tell, but it looked like a seamer almost.
This is good hands by both teams here. Good early moves.
Amazing.
And then
All right,
surrendering
30s.
the net when your shot is clearly above the level of the net.
Don't give yourself away.
The French strategy.
Oui.
Run away!
Speaking of I thought you were getting up and having to go to the facilities, Cal. That's why
It's another great lob.
Just want to stretch your
stretching
legs?
my
Okay.
Got these wonderful high tops here at Evanston. Beautiful facility.
See, when you say high tops for me, I'm thinking shoes. I'm old school about that stuff, man.
British Knights.
Makes about as much sense.
My
It's
Reebok
good.
pumps. Doesn't Jason Love have a pair of those things? I think he does.
I don't know. I know Colmar does.
That's true. Yeah, no, you're right. It's Will. You're right. No, you're absolutely right. Shout out to Will Colmar.
Little wide.
Very close.
That's a tough one, that as you start leaning backwards, you feel like, cross court doesn't feel like a dangerous angle, but you start going right at the corner, or you start trying to put it in a side screen. It can be tough.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it's probably 9 times out of 10, probably better off just going right back down the middle. What a
Great return
from
Nice
Derek
with the break.
Fish.
Great return. Knocked it down.
D-Rec. That was an awesome return. That thing just dropped off a cliff. Speaking of cliff notes, there's our sponsors again. Okay, I won't overdo it here any more than I already have.
It's ruined.
Try living
Sponsors
with me.
are pulling out.
Try living 24/7.
Stream's over, guys. Pack it up.
Nice.
Look at, we're checking out the point on.
We're watching the
point.
court 1 point as well.
Got the
nice one.
The director Dane Schmidgall is out there
putting some extra juice on the overhead.
Putting on a clinic. Yeah. It's different to the clinic I go to, Cal. Just so you know.
It's a nice return.
The methadone clinic.
I didn't
That's
say
a good
that.
No movement, no look drive.
I didn't say it wasn't either, though.
Is that out, are they saying?
It looked a little
Yeah,
long.
it was deep. Yeah.
All right. So Love, 15.
Nice.
Nice.
Good hands. Just a nice, compact first volley.
What? Oh, how he finds the nick.
Betsy.
Again, just more lefty magic from Coach Jake. Awesome.
Lefty magic.
Everything's possible.
Chris Agel. Spirits of illusion.
If you ever want to work in this town again.
Kreskin.
Nice return.
You bet. Oh, look at that. Okay, come on.
That's a great overhead
That's
and maybe a
crazy.
little underutilized, right?
Yeah.
I really like that overhead where you can add some pace hard at like the second
And he
panel and pull
angled
somebody way out of the corner. Nice move. Good hands.
He angled
That
that thing,
was
which
smart.
is not,
Another good
definitely
lob.
not easy to do.
It's a
What a
good
pick.
opportunity.
Come
Oh, we've had a couple of good moves. I was just
Almost
talking
a
about
little.
the opportunity to blitz and close in off of some higher quality drives, and
Just
that
caught
was a
that little
great sequence
enthusiastic
there.
move there from Rich. It was a good idea.
Carbon was all over it. I mean,
yeah.
he planned it ahead.
For sure.
It might have even been one of those tough sequences
A little
where,
longy.
because it worked so well that he had moved on to the next shot in his head, and then all of a sudden the closing volley where you're going to take the net.
Again, not to be cliched about it like I always am, but we've all been there. Sometimes the shot that is, we have a lot of time to think about, and we already know it's going to be happening, is the one that we miss. And then
Those can be the
flex,
worst.
Yeah, the flex volley or the the most difficult are sometimes the ones that we'll make. So.
I swear that especially on long points, one of the most devastating things is if somebody rips the ball at me 3 times and I'm locked in, I just like make the most basic volley.
Right.
But if they float one and then I try to put a little angle on my volley where I'm going to like really dump it in the corner,
right.
then I make the error.
Yeah.
And it's just like, nope, I had too much time to think about it.
Exactly.
Like, I was playing better when they were hitting it Mach 2.
Exactly. Yeah, we don't have to,
And then my own brain got in the way, like, well, now I'll do something fancy. And then it was just, like, not worth it.
Yeah, I can't stay away from the fancy breakfast. I can't. It's
the fancy
that's
breakfast.
What I call it. Fancy breakfast. It's not Levin's, it's fancy breakfast. Continental breakfast, Cal. Our favorite.
Don't we love a good continental breakfast?
Oh, great drive.
Super drive from Rich Carbon right there.
Finding the outside edge of the court and getting it to dip.
Oh, yeah. Didn't even think that was possible. Guy's pulling it out.
Well,
part of the
broken
MI6,
the laws of physics. And
the MI team. Impossible Mission Force. IMF.
IMF,
I was going to say, boy, I tell you what, I'm blowing it tonight.
I think you're doing fine.
Even more than ever. Did I tell you what a great job you're doing?
No.
Did I tell you how much I hated the first Mission Impossible movie because they made Jim the villain? And I was like, what in the world?
Thank you.
Like anybody that grew up watching some of the original series, you're just like, why have
Peter
they
Graves
done
was
this?
was the good guy always.
He was the backbone, and they're like, well, you know, it would be interesting if he was the bad. And
Let's
you're just
make
like,
John
why?
Boyd, and not even give him some good lines, by the way. I'm not even going to say what the line was, but it was just so horrible. I don't know, like, really? Did they really do what? All right, fine.
Nice. These are good off-speed overheads here as they're transitioning to opposite sides because it's giving them a lot of time to set up at the net.
Couldn't that have been a drop shot? I'm just saying.
I don't know. It's one of those. I agree. It's one of those things that can be difficult to add in the middle of the match, and same thing when it's cold, right? Where you like don't feel like you have a great feel of the ball, and because hitting a drop shot takes a lot of confidence to finesse.
They're almost these.
That one drifted long, huh?
Exactly. I think Junker and Carbon are almost better off when they're flowing like this at the baseline. Let's look at no way.
Nice.
No way. Cal's on top of that for a replay. Nice job, Cal.
Well, we'll see.
Well, let's see.
We'll have to.
Yeah, that wasn't. That was a. That was
that's
a circus
problem.
shot. Another circus shot.
Oh,
Amazing.
you got it.
This is Barnum.
Goes for the backhand
Barnum
drive
and Bailey
while he
over
leans
here.
backwards. All right, well, whichever team is willing to slow it down first is going to win this point for sure.
Oh, that looked awfully.
I don't know.
Close.
That was close.
Didn't that look good to you?
I don't know.
Okay, never mind.
We'll have to.
The cameras FPS are pretty shoddy.
Okay.
So it's
there's our,
look at
there's
that.
our fancy return. All right,
Unbelievable. That was incredible.
We do have moments, especially on lobs. We've had it come up a couple times on live stream where if we don't catch the right frame of the ball coming down and hitting the court,
I don't mind that shot.
We've had some moments where some stuff has looked, in or out, depending on the situation, and it's just because we didn't quite catch the right instant.
We also don't want the team to turn to the camera and go, hey, what did you see?
I'm not dealing with that either.
No, we can't do that. We're not allowed to.
Sometimes they try to be like, what's the score? And we're like, we don't know. We never know. And it's
we're always wrong anyway.
Fun of you to ask, but why bother?
Wait a minute. Are you guys keeping score?
Yeah. You guys are getting paid?
No.
All right. Advantage Northmoor right here.
Okay, this would be a critical hold if they can come up with this.
The fisherman.
Super return from Carbon.
Let's go back to deuce. What do you say?
Anyway, Derek Fish serving and his partner Jake Croce at the net.
A few weeks ago, I played a Series 3 match, and after we split, I was like, let's play a tiebreak. What do you say? And our opponents were like, no. And I was like, okay, well, you had your chance.
Yeah. Did you win the set?
Yeah, we lost 6-0.
I love that. They probably should have been better. It should have been better. They should have probably said,
we did win the set, and I would have been okay being like, well, let's see what happens. Oh, let's call it 4-all.
44.
Man, that's a long game. That's well fought by both teams, but you got to hand that one to Evanston for just being like, we're just not going to make errors.
They're hanging, baby.
It's hard.
Reggie
The longer
Jackson.
a game goes, the harder it is to hold, I think. It's just a lot of mental energy to be in the right position all the time and a lot of effort to make first volleys.
There's that word again.
Effort?
Yeah. Oh, I hate that word.
First?
No, it's because I've always been told that. You know, if you put forth a little more effort. What? Sean, we'd like a little more effort.
In relation to your GPA? Is that was that the
directly.
The context?
We didn't even have to go there. Why'd you have to bring that up?
You know, maybe if you applied yourself a little bit.
Yeah, there it is again. I hate that.
I do remember a couple of conversations where my dad was like, "You got a B minus. Are you a B minus student?" And I was like, "Apparently, that's what the letter says." I was like, "What is that supposed to mean?" I was just wide. Really? Are you a C plus student? I mean, yeah.
Sure looks that way.
It's in ink.
Well, if they're judging me fairly,
I mean,
I think there's a bias out there.
I don't even know what to tell you.
There's a lot of prejudice out there, Dad. So, actually, if I told you what my father told me.
Are you just a C plus student? Apparently.
It was, my favorite
this
was
semester I was.
My favorite was a dichotomy between my mom and my dad. My mom was like, "You are smart. You can do better. You're a straight A student."
Yep.
And my dad would go, "Just get C's."
Great roller.
A super shot.
Finding the perfect corner there.
He already figured out where I was at, so.
Yeah.
And he was right. Just saw me coming a mile away. All right, 15 off, 4-4. Can't get any closer than this. We know this is.
Good eye.
We're getting pretty high in there.
I'm like that with my kids, too, though. Sometimes somebody's like, I want to be an astronaut. And I'm like, okay, we need to aim a little lower. Like, we don't have the STEM for that. Pick something else. Okay. I want to be in law enforcement. Ooh, try again.
How about space law enforcement?
Bingo.
We all know there's such a thing.
I want to be a security guard at NASA. Okay, now we're making things happen.
Do they have a mall?
That is. I get 20% off at the gift shop.
I always thought I'd be better as a mall cop. So
little flat-footed, he might need some astronaut ice cream.
Exactly.
Somebody run some
Tang.
dehydrated food out to him.
Let's get some Tang out to Rich Garvin right there. He's going for a kind of an extreme angle there, to be fair. And he's pulled it off. It's not like he hasn't. It's just that might not have been maybe the right position. I don't know. I don't want to make excuses for him.
Yep.
Just missed that. That was that thing had some action on it. Again,
that's also what I'm talking about, though, with that, like, medium speed return.
Yes.
That's kind of, like, it's coming down into the court for sure, but maybe you kind of go, like, oh, I'm going to hit this one super deep.
Put a little something on it.
And then you miss it long by 3 inches. And all of a sudden.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you have to deal with it.
Word to your mom.
Great lob.
Nice.
Another great lob. Oh, he's really coming up with it out of that corner. These are really tough.
He is a. Look at that. Sit. Wow.
I like the decision, though.
So do I.
Was that game?
No.
I was
ball
I can't wait for this to go
on him too,
for this to go to deuce.
No, let's call it deuce.
Yeah, let's do it.
Sweet return there.
Wait a minute. I know. This is so funny. I just see people, and I haven't seen them in a long time. Oh, that's
Great
Josh
lob.
Layton. That's who it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course he'd be playing for Northmoor. Again, talk about a guy with some skills. And it might be, that'll be fun. He's got a big forehand. Good lob from Fish right there. little wide.
Good lob.
Yeah, just a little wide.
Yeah, and that's one where same thing, like the transition, the angle feels simple cross court, and then you get deep and you start, you lean back a little and then realize that you're dealing with lefty forehand center.
Not to get gymnastics Olympic on you, but the degree of difficulty as you move back is
affirmative.
Larger.
Like that's about as good as you can hit a roller from that position in the court, and then. And then your brain goes like, let's do something better, and then you make a mistake.
I love that right there. That stay in.
Yeah, it dropped.
It's not easy to do
Caught
either.
the back of the line.
Amazing. Good
hands,
don't
good
really
move.
hit a reset off the backhand
Good
side with underspin.
overhead.
That's just a lot of style
That's
right there.
great. Oh,
Great.
that's going to move.
Great.
Not quite enough.
Good roll.
That's a good spot.
Set. Super. Stays in.
Got it. Great lob.
The touch, the feel, the fabric of your life is Jay Croce.
That is also where you run the risk in attacking a little more deuce side.
Yes,
is
you're
that
right. Yep.
You do have a forehand in the middle that can hurt you, and if you hit a good lob cross court,
Yep.
it's a real problem for a righty-righty team. Ooh, the fadeaway drive roller, and now they should close. Good shot. There's the recovery. Good roller.
Way to pick on the deuce side, at least keep him off balance.
Yeah, they're making him work, so they don't need to feel obligated to swing the ball around. It's good patience as well.
I like that kind of.
I think it's
half
impressive
swing drive,
how little Jake puts his non-dominant hand on his paddle.
Must be from teaching. Just put it in your pocket. You know what I mean?
I couldn't do that. Like he does it when he preps for a backhand, but he'll have several shots where like he just won't.
I call that the Girani. Is
the future?
Yeah, because nobody does that more than at least I've never seen anybody
nice
do that more than
move.
Girani
Good
Barnes.
volley. He's going to dig that
great
out.
at it, by the way.
You're going to leave it for a different look? I would.
He could be doing his taxes with his left hand, and he could do it.
Girani Barnes has this thing that I love called the pop and dangle, where he like reaches up, hits an overhead, and lets both arms drop to his sides, and like pops his chest out a little bit when he's really in rhythm. That's a really good game.
Super. All right, so 5-4.
Very solid, well fought. Both teams being able to, tell that that's do or die time.
Exactly. Once again, if you just joined us, we are at the Evanston Golf Club in lovely, historically landmark-laden, significant.
Significant.
I'm going to throw all four of those words in
I
a
really
sentence.
like significant.
Yes.
There's something about that one that just feels like you're over adjusting.
Am I trying too hard there? Yeah, I was trying too hard.
Yeah. How was your career? It was significant.
Skokie, Illinois, by the way.
You're just trying to convince somebody
We're
of
watching
something.
Jake
Great
Roach
waterfall.
and Derek Fish from Northmoor
Caught that
Country Club
high
serve
side
for the
screen.
match here against
Can
Rich
they
Carbon,
hold
who is
to take the match?
receiving serve right there. Nice,
Great
what a
return.
beautiful screen drive from Rich Carbon. Wow.
Caught him off the hand,
That's-
I think.
Take a lesson.
In
bow
going for the-
bow to your sensei is what you're doing there. So 15 all. That's going to work. He's going to one-time it. What a shot.
Nice volley.
He got it.
Yeah. And now can we slow down as we recover?
Good speed there.
Really good lobs to set it up. Good move.
It's going to be a problem. I like that move from Derek.
Fish has done that several times where he's read the drive and been able to get over there and hurt them with the volley.
And throw it into the corner. And Tim was kind of hovering near the center of the court. Difficult to get over there, especially in this weather.
That is really one of the most devastating things you can do as a net team, is if you can intercept a
double match point here
with a volley that you thought was going to the other player and you had time to adjust, like it just throws your rhythm way off.
Well, I never had any rhythm in the first place.
Double match point, and there it is. Good solid match, 3-4, Series 3, Court 2, Evanston versus Northmoor, Skokie, Illinois, significant.
Landmark ridden.
Planet Earth. Thanks for joining us tonight for a paddle match. We're going to call it here. We will be back next week with our league match. And we're sorry that we missed a few of you last week. We got rained out, unfortunately.
What is
weren't
that
able
all
to
about?
make the stream happen. But we will look forward to next week as well. We should have Jason Love back in the booth. So for those of you immediately tuning out, I agree with you, and it was a good call. Yeah. Good decision. But we appreciate you, and we'll see you next week for some more paddle.
Illinois Bone and Joint Institute is the best choice for orthopedic care. Our walk-in ortho access clinics provide treatment by orthopedic specialists without a trip to the ER. With evening and weekend hours, we provide your family with excellent care when it matters most. Visit ibji.com to find an Ortho Access immediate care clinic near you.
Not your bank's top priority? Here at Wintrust, we take a different approach to banking. No hidden fees or runarounds, but a true banking partner focused on your unique financial goals. Whether you're opening your first account, found your dream home, planning for the future, or starting a business, we have the financial solutions to get you there. Stop settling and start experiencing a better way to bank. Wintrust, different approach, better results.